Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Did you know back in the 70s, the average person saw between 500 and 1,600 ads per day? That's when online marketing wasn't even a thing. So let's fast forward to today. The average person is now seeing between 6,000 and 10,000 ads every single day. Holy moly! Although there are really no official figures, and you must be glued to your smart devices for the majority of the day, wouldn't you think? So how exactly did we get there? Or how can you tap into this? That's why today's topic is the difference between inbound marketing and outbound marketing. I'm going to talk about the problems with outbound marketing and the key benefits of utilizing inbound marketing more for your business. Why? Because it's where I'm heading with my business. So I kind of wanted to share some of the things that I think would be helpful for you. Hey, it's Kari Watt, and thanks for joining me on Kari Cares Digital Strategy Podcast. This is episode number 46. Now, if it's the first time listening to Kari Cares, let me introduce myself. Hi, I'm Kari Watt, a digital strategist with nearly 2 decades of experience in marketing and communications. For the best digital and social media tips to rank higher on Google search, subscribe to Kari Cares Digital Strategy Podcast, that's this one, to make sure you never, ever miss out on these tips. And I'm thinking of changing it up again. Yes, I change my mind like the wind. And I want to do a monthly rant on things that really get my goat when it comes to digital marketing, social media, and to have a laugh with you. I'm inviting a friend on with me, and I'm trying to convince him tonight, so I may record that so you can hear our conversation. So there is a method to my madness. And on popular demand, I am creating a delicious SEO course just for you, because a lot of people have been inquiring about SEO. And it's not that I'm an SEO expert. I have to say I'm not. But what I have been doing and what I have learned is all the things that you shouldn't do for SEO. And because when I first started my business, I did a website and I thought, I'm going to get visitors. No, there's a lot of things that you've got to do for SEO to get those visitors. And I thought I hired someone that was doing the right thing for my business, and it wasn't. It actually went in reverse. So I've just started implementing on-page SEO for my website, and I did it for one page to test it, and already I'm ranking for that one word in my location. So other companies have been coming to me saying, hey, Kari, you seem to know about this stuff. What is it that you're doing? Can you give us some help? And I thought, well, sure, I can guide you. And I've done so many courses with Google. I should really be employed by them. Hey, Google, do you want to employ me? Oh, a girl can dream. I'm digressing. But basically, I'm starting to get SEO clients, and it's working for them. Like, I've been doing on-page and off-page SEO for them. And who would have thought a web designer, a UX web designer, would go down this path? I mean, I started copywriting. I was in comms and marketing for so many years, and I kind of know all the digital marketing stuff, but this is another level. But anyway, so on popular demand, I'm creating a delicious SEO course just for you, as I said before. If you want to know more and receive a juicy discount, because I will be giving a huge discount for my friends who sign up for the Digital Optimization newsletter. Now you can head on over to kariwatt.com and sign up for the Digital Optimization newsletter. You'll see a bar at the very top, or sort of at the top of the website, and one at the very, very bottom of the website in the footer section Just sign up for that. It's just that simple. Also, feel free to reach out and ask me questions about today's podcast on social media, and you can do that by following me on Instagram or on Facebook, and it's at Kari Watt. It's just my name. So let's head on in and talk about inbound and outbound marketing. Now, if you haven't guessed already, you can thank the internet and new technologies for the huge increase on the ads that you see every single day. So as soon as new technology becomes available, marketeers like myself look at how we can share the advertising messages across platforms. So think about it, from 500 to 1,600 ads per day. That was back in the 70s when online marketing wasn't a thing. To today, and we're getting 6,000 to 10,000 ads every single day. That's 6,000 to 10,000 opportunities for you to share your messages. Now, that's a lot of competition for your prospects' attention, right? It's enough to get business-to-business marketers like myself asking, how do I reach the people I need to talk to, and what could I ever say to get them to buy whatever it is that I'm selling, okay? So here are two distinct strategies that marketers like myself use to reach people that we need to. So inbound marketing and outbound or traditional marketing are two very different things. So let's talk about the differences between inbound and outbound marketing. Now, inbound marketing, it pulls readers in. It gets their interest. It solves their needs. It interacts with those readers. It can be helpful content, which is read or consumed or whatever you want to call it. And that audience become leads. So where do you see it? You see it on websites, blog, ebooks, opt-in emails, SERP, and social media. And outbound marketing pushes messages out to everyone. It's written to sell products or your services. It's usually a one-way communication, unfortunately. It disrupts whatever content is actually being read at the time or being consumed. And where do you see it? You see it on TV ads, billboards, pop-ups, internet ads, telemarketing, magazines, and even cold emails asking you if you'd like to collaborate with them, when realistically they're trying to sell you their products. And that topic will be one of my rants that I'll talk with my friend Wayno. Wayno, if you're listening, I've thrown you in the deep end. He hasn't said yes yet, but I'm trying. So to recap, inbound marketing, it pulls readers in, it solves their needs, it interacts with them, it's helpful content, where your audience eventually become leads. Doesn't have to be straight away. And it's where you see it on website, blogs, ebooks, opt-in emails, SERP, and social media. Whereas outbound marketing is written to sell your products. It's a one-way communication. It disrupts whatever content is being consumed at the time. And you'll see it on TV ads, billboards, pop-up, internet ads, telemarketing, and magazines. So what is outbound marketing in a nutshell? It's referred to, in marketing terms, interruption or push marketing. And it uses tactics that usually gets a message to a large number of people or a group of people in an effort to make a sale. That's the predominant feature of it. Now, print, TV, radio, advertising, cold calling, direct mail, mass emails, and other methods are aimed at large audiences of people, most of whom may not even be looking for your product or services. It's a one-way conversation that typically focuses on the product or the services and the reason why that person should buy it. You know those pesky little emails? You get those cold emails from people that you don't know, and they say, "Hey, Kari, I had a look at your website and I just wanted to know if you would like digital marketing services. or web design. And I'm like, you haven't even read or looked at my website, because you would see that's exactly what I offer. Da-da. Do you ever get that? Yeah, I get a lot of those. It's really quite rude. So let's talk about the problems, other than that one, with outbound marketing. The big problem is it's traditional marketing that's appropriate for a large number of people, but the message is very, very general. And often the person that sends it, or the people that send it, don't edit it for you. I mean, basically they're sending out the same email to hundreds of people that they probably paid for a list, and they haven't even looked at your website to see what you do or have researched you. So, you know, it's kind of cold emailing. That's what I call cold emailing. So in other words, traditional marketing tactics, it's pretty impossible to be relevant to a variety of specific needs and challenges. There are other reasons traditional marketing isn't working today. Here are just a few. Did you know that people who watch TV, about 60% of them who were surveyed across America, I don't know what it's like in Australia, but we're pretty much watching things online anyway, but they would go and find that TV show and download it to avoid watching advertisements. And also, with the growing number of TV streaming services, TV ads now can be skipped. So you can't make an impression on your audience if they've tuned out, right? Even for online, you know, like when you're watching YouTube and you see the ads, you know, I'm terrible. I skip forward those ads. I don't want to watch those ads. It doesn't mean anything for me. It's terrible because I'm a marketeer. It's really wrong, really. Plus I work on TV and I do ads. I'm featured in ads. So that's quite funny. I don't even watch my own ads. I can't stand watching my own ads. Anyway, so things like digital music services and satellite radio make it easy for listeners to avoid radio advertising. You know, things like there's basically 271 million users on Spotify alone. So, I mean, they do have ads, but it's very rare, and you can pay for not actually listening to ads. So there you go. And people who receive mail, nearly 60% of them never read or scan their direct mail pieces. You know, this is called junk mail or marketing material. I mean, I look at it just for ideas for web designs or call to actions, and that's why I do it. I know somebody else who is a leading funnel expert, and he does it to work out how he can pitch things on his landing pages and put them into his funnels, which is really, really clever. So that's one thing that you could do, is look at, you know, your junk mail and find ideas from that. Also, the average worker in an office receives approximately 120 emails every single day. Mine has increased now that I have my own business, which is ridiculous. And most of it's junk or spam, you know. Hi, I've put, you know, things like, hi, I've put $1 million into your account. Click here. If only that were true. If you've got $1 million and you'd like to give it to me, I'll send you my bank account and off you go. I'm joking. No, am I? I know Tristan would like $1 million. What could I buy in food for Tristan? At least he's awake now and not snoring in the background like he normally is. Tristan's my dog, for those that don't know. So there is an estimated loss of revenue due to ad blocking, which is around 2.12 billion US dollars. That's a lot of money. So this means pushing messages out isn't effective anymore because we have the option to avoid them. So marketers who are still using outbound tactics could be asking themselves, how do we reach buyers who are looking for our solutions? What will it take to turn those prospects into customers? Well, here's a hint. Google processes over 3.5 billion searches every single day. Hello, is that the right figure? Let me just check. Well, that was back in April this year, so it's probably increased quite significantly. So now let's talk about what inbound marketing is, right? So we know that outbound marketing pushes messages out to a wide audience. Inbound marketing is what we call magnetic. Rather than sending out general messages to uninterested audience, inbound marketing allows you to attract your best prospects. And these are those that are actively looking online for solutions that you offer. So when they get to your site, these prospects find help. They get guidance and you educate them directly relating to the searches they're doing online. I will have a checklist of this on my website in the next 7 days. So I'm a little bit behind schedule because I've got some new clients on board. I've got 2 website clients and 2 new clients who want SEO services, which is fabulous. So I will have a checklist up on my website under the blog that says the differences between inbound and outbound marketing. So you can download that or head on over to currywatt.com and sign up for the digital optimization newsletter, and I will email that out to you when it is available. So the heart of inbound marketing, it's content such as a blog or video or a downloadable like I just talked about, or content offered on a website such as it could be a white paper, a guide, an ebook, a tip sheet, a checklist. There's so many things that you can think of that you can provide. When you use an inbound approach, you can develop content that aligns with specific points in a buyer's journey. Now, when I'm talking about a buyer's journey, it's what your customer wants. So think of it as a funnel, but it's not a funnel in a traditional sense. A funnel in a traditional sense, or a sales funnel, is just sort of one way. A buyer's journey takes different peaks and turns depending on where they are in their business or where they are in their career or what it is that they want to do. So with a sales funnel these days, you have to have different journeys that you take them on. So at the beginning of a buyer's journey, they're just getting familiar with the problem and looking for potential solutions, or they might just have a problem and they're not sure what the solution is. In the middle of the journey, they're comparing a small set of potential solutions. So they might be looking at your solutions compared to somebody else's, or they're not quite sure. And this is where you can, really step up and help them make that decision. At the end of the buying journey, they're doing their due diligence to finally make a decision. And then there's the actual customer experience where delighted customers can turn into prospects and be cheerleaders of your brand or, promote your business or your products. There are different types of content that will align really well with each of these stages. And by creating and offering them through your website or your blog or giving them advanced content, you're satisfying information needs that these prospects have in their journey. And since a journey is largely conducted online, I think there's about 60% or a bit more than 60% of business-to-business buyers who say that they make a purchase decision based solely on digital content, and they find relevant content when doing their online searches. I know when I'm making a decision, I do that. I search online. I mean, I'm a digital strategist, for goodness sake. Of course I'm going to look online. I'm going to have a look at your digital footprint. I'm going to have a look at your testimonials. I'm going to have a look at all sorts of things. And I'm going to see your digital presence, where you show up, and any negative feedback. That's just me doing my due diligence. I mean, the other day I got approached on social media, on Instagram. Would you like 10,000 followers? I can get that for you. And I looked at his profile and he had literally 40. And I thought, how the heck are you going to give me 10,000 followers? And what would I do with 10,000 followers anyway? I mean, I'm a small business owner. I'm a digital strategist. I suppose it would be good when I'm selling my SEO course. Haha, another plug. Can't help myself. But seriously, at the beginning, I don't want 10,000 followers. I just want you to be satisfied with the content I'm giving, or to help one person. That would help me. That would make my life more satisfying than you know. Anyway, let's talk about an inbound marketing example. Imagine for a second that you're the facilities manager of a, toilet paper manufacturing company. And you've decided it's time for a new line of products, right? Now, the first step towards purchasing new equipment is to research online to understand what your options are. So you look on Google because it's the best place to research for products, right? And services. So you do a little Google research. You look up conveyor systems with best output. And in the results, you might get, a white paper that says 5 ways to cylindrical conveyor improves productivity and output. You click on the link to get to the supplier's blog and you read it. It's got some great information. At the end of that blog, it offers a downloadable content that you can, show your boss and say, hey, these guys know what they're talking about. They can produce toilet paper really, really well, and here are the benefits. And you give them your email in exchange for that content. So now you are a lead in that supplier's system. That supplier is able to send you additional helpful content to draw you further into their sales funnel, right? As that facilities manager, you're eager to be engaging with the supplier because you've got evidence that this company has expertise. You also appreciate the useful information they provided you as you consider your options. So see how this works. While traditional marketing sends general messages to a wide and often uninterested audience, inbound marketing creates and offers content developed specifically for this target audience. And it's relevant to their journey, okay? So these people are also attracted to the content that you're sending them out because it's related to their challenges. And once they find it on a supplier site, they become engaged in a conversation with that supplier. Right. Well, I have to say, for me, it's worked a treat because I try not to send out too many emails. And if you really know me and you have signed up for the digital optimization email or any of my email lists, you'll know I don't send a lot of emails at all, which is probably naughty. I should at least send one a month to you guys. And in fact, I'll do that this week. I'll write one out to all my email list and to say hi and to touch base. That's a good thing for me to do. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. So remember, inbound marketing is traditional marketing. Outbound marketing helps you at the beginning of a buyer's journey, in the middle when they're comparing, potential solutions, and at the end of their buying journey, the buyer is doing their due diligence to make a final decision, and that's when you can nab the customer because they're delighted with your expertise and they become cheerleaders of your brand. So I hope this helped. Reach out with any questions you might have on social media. I'd love to hear from you. And please remember to give this a thumbs up and share it with a friend or colleague who could use a helping hand. And give this a review. I'd love for you to give this a review. I love reading the reviews. They're quite funny. Why? Because Kari cares about women helping women and men who could use a helping hand. Listen next time for a guide on a digital audit and why it's super important for your business to get one. Until next time, peace.
Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to AuscastNetwork.com for details.